Hello everybody, welcome back to Voice of Cards, How the Dragon Roars. Today we're gonna save Mar, our good friend, by heading over to these enemies. Over to Shoreland. Yeah, let's go. Uninterestedness residing in Shoreland.
You hear a roar in the distance. According to the townsfolk, it is a very recent phenomenon. Rumor in the village has it that it might be the dragon.
Bird shop still takes us to different locations. And has a card for other towns. Yep. Sick. Fill the necessary requirements to unlock the Carriage Master's Flipside story. Cool! I was wondering if I had to travel towns for that or if I just had to look at them.
You set foot inside the inn only to be greeted with the great clanging of a bell. Congratulations, the innkeeper shouts above the joyous din. It would appear you and your companions are this inn's 10,000th customers. That means you've won the lifetime of free stays pass.
Nice, we'll rest. We don't need it, but we'll rest. Fill the necessary requirements and unlock the Innkeeper's Flipside story. Nice. Mistral Blade we have. Deep Talents we would love to have for our buddy. Maybe we get it now, but we can wait for it later. Orange Staff she has. Air Splitter she has. Frost Mail. We could do a Frost Mail. Downwind speed, gain 3 more defense, 1 more attack. Chainmail. Berry dress. Do we not already have this? We do. Probably equip it. Blacksmith's Flipside story is now updated. I feel like this is it because if anything, mostly abilities and whatnot that we have are set. Rytris still has the same stuff as before? Yep. Anything new at the apothecary? Nope. Yep. There we go. We'll leave the boy. This doesn't pop up, which is weird.
A troubled woman tells you that there has been a rise in thefts lately. She speculates the recession to be the cause. She claims that even the cold medicine she always has on hand has disappeared. She narrows her eyes at the crowd, suspecting there is a thief among them, and offers a reward for the return of the medicine. Your ears perk up at the word reward, and you immediately agree to help expose the dirty thief. The man says the fishing industry is usually thriving in their seaside town, but recently nets have been coming up empty. He mentions that even the fishing harbor to the northwest has been suffering from poor hauls of late.
Series stories for Muscle Man.
You approach a woman sneaking around in a corner of town. Hearing your voice, she turns in surprise. You see a vial of cold medicine clutched in her hands. You explain that the person she stole it from needs it back. The woman begins to explain her own situation with downcast eyes. My poor little boy is bedridden, she says tearfully. He needs medicine, but I don't have any money, so I took it.
No cord ever slightly reveal what to contain what we do. Take the medicine back, let her keep it. Alright, that's just still a crime. Hearing the tale. How much of a schmuck are we?
Hearing her tale, you are overcome by sympathy and decide to look the other way. She thanks you and hands you something, apologizing for not having more.
Give me the card. 6.
Medicine in hand, the woman leaves quickly. Now then, what to tell the other lady?
You'll give medicine that you have to her. That's fine.
I can feel the dragon's presence. I must inform Lady Winifred, the knight mutters. You feel impatient, determined not to let the order beat you to it. You explain that you were unable to find the thief. Clearly saddened by the news, she explains that she keeps the medicine on hand for her husband, who gets sick quite easily. She laments that she may not have the money to buy more. Unsure if you made the right choice, you return to your journey with a heavy heart. The sign on the door reads, "The Great Nutritionist Oreo." You open the door without knocking. "Is anyone home?" you call. A muscular man emerges from the back.
How do you greet him? The nutritionist you look like at that tone of physique. We got the wrong house.
Praising his musculature seems to put him in high spirits. Anyone can achieve a body like this with the proper diet, he explains. So why don't we enjoy a life of love and nutritional meals together? Have mercy, you think, then immediately change the subject. You politely ask if he is the nutritionist. Indeed, I am the nutritionist Oreo, he answers. He says he has been studying dietetics here for many years. You hand Oreo the extract and explain that your comrade is now bedridden because of it. He stares at the extract for a long time, and then opens the bottle and laps at the liquid inside. "That's poison," Melanie shouts in alarm. The man insists that he'll be fine with his expertise of nutrition, and insists that knowledge is power, as if that will help somehow. Regardless, it seems he managed to grasp the composition of the poison with that lick, and starts concocting a nutritional supplement to counter it. However, he says he needs a spry fish, which has been difficult to catch lately. He needs a special fish to make the necessary supplement.
You catch the spry fish. How about some other supplements?
When he explains that you can catch one in the surrounding sea, Ridis confidently interjects. She shows you a page from her ancient tome, which explains the ecology of the fish in detail. "That book comes in handy from time to time," Melanie remarks in surprise. Oreo gasps as if remembering something. He says that his son went out fishing and, with a bit of luck, may have already caught a spry fish. It sounds like his son is fishing on the wharf. You decide to go find him.
For a son near the wharf. Build the necessary requirements unlocked Ridis' flipside story. Oh. Hey, guy.
You see a young man with his line in the water and call out to him. He turns around and flexes, shouting out suddenly, "Power is power." You stare, enchanted by his bulging musculature. There is no doubt in your mind that this is Oreo's son. He asks if you have business with him.
You say. Just the son look that tone physique.
Praising his musculature seems to have put him in high spirits.
Like father, like son.
Anyone can achieve a body like this with the proper exercise, he explains. So why don't we cast our needless garments aside and train together? Have mercy, you think, then immediately change the subject. Though you are pretty sure of the answer, you ask the young man if he is the nutritionist's son. That I am, he answers. He introduces himself as Bruno and says he is learning to be a nutritionist like his father. You introduce yourself, expressing to him that you are a hero on a journey and require a spry fish to save your ill comrade. His eyes begin to sparkle the moment you utter the word hero, and he becomes engrossed in your tale. More or less grasping the situation, he regrets to inform you that he has not caught any spry fish yet. He says that a monster has settled near their town, and its thundering roars have scared most of the fish away. You know Oreo needs a spry fish to make that supplement. Hearing the despair in your voice, Bruno speaks, his words like an ember in the dark. He tells you that there is a harbor near town where fishermen gather. Perhaps you can find the fish you seek there. You thank him for the information, then head to the harbor with your comrades. Just as you are about to leave, Bruno offers to escort you there. Is it a reward you're after? You are about to ask. But Melanie smacks you on the head before you can voice it and allows him to come along.
Bruno joined your party. Got the spry fish in harbor northwest of Shoreland. With your party? Sure. Let's see what Bruno has to offer. Bruno. Yeah, sure. Skills. He has a lot. He could chop. He could use attack herbs, muscle herbs, and bull rush. Job, deal damage. Attack herbs, add 3 to allies' attack for 3 turns. Muscle herb, add 3 to all allies' defense for 3 turns. Bull rush, deal 1.5 damage. For 2? I don't feel like that's worth it. Abilities. He's waterproof. He decreases water damage by 5. Equipment. What's he rocking? Combat gloves. No armor. We'll get him a better set of armor. Ring. Well, he's already protects against water. How about bolts? To the armor. See if he has new equipment for him. Combat gloves he already has. I'm gonna equip the same gear as the main character, as Ash. Or Sora, in this matter. So yeah, let's go ahead and equip that for him. This man is very slow. Shall we do the flip side series? Sure. The collection. Characters. Let's see. Wait, I know the sound. The tone of most familiar fruit pulls the lovely girl, young lady away from her fruit gathering chores and toward her merry band of rogues. She carries a book she has read many, many times before and is never happier when she has the time to let its pages carry her away in its soaring visions of the future. We got all the shopkeepers. This guy. This man, traumatized by the bullying he received as a child, he vowed he'd never let anyone get the better of him again. His pain was the springboard for the body now before you. Elsewhere, another boy masked his own body issues by teasing another. Bringing retribution, he, too, bulked up. Thus did the world gain two absolutely ripped men. Funny. Hello there, striking out on your own, are you? Oh, I've been at this long enough to see size people up at a glance. Don't worry, I'll make you exactly what you need. Saw him, right? Real scrawny looking? You'll have no problem taking his money, and I'll have no problem staying in business. It's a win-win. Item shop girl, she benches the shop. Oh, I do have the apothecary's other story. Huh. Moist, glistening eyes, the lone bright spot in her dim-lit shop locked me in as soon as I set foot inside. Her canny croaking laughter sent shivers down my spine. If it's what they smiled, they always say. Well, I think I've got something that'll cure this poor customer. Look at him, shaking like a leaf. Are the boys' suicide story? Nope. Innkeeper, he confessed his love to her and asked her to live together with him. He pledged to make her happy. She nodded and agreed readily. They're fully booked night at the inn. All men, all apparently on long stays. Which each one happy with the they get to live with her. Funny. At first it has 4 legs, then 2, then 3. In the end it has 10 legs. What is it? The answer is me. May I pass peacefully into the next life on the driver's seat of this gently swaying carriage. I love it so. This has a passion. Alright. To the next town. Sure.
Bruno looks ecstatic that he was allowed to join your party. When you ask him why, he tells you that his dream is to be an adventurer and has thus been training every day. But his father, famed in the world of nutrition, forced him into following in his footsteps. One desires strength, the other knowledge. Unable to see eye to eye, the two fight nearly every day. What will you ask Bruno?
Are you with a sword? You got something against armor. Sure.
Curious about his attire, you ask why he does not wear armor.
Even though we forced armor upon him.
He confessed that he once wished for armor, but deemed it unnecessary after gaining so much muscle.
Well, you ask Bruno. Are you with the sword?
You ask Bruno about his sword arm, saying you are something of a swordsman yourself. Bruno replies that he specializes in hand-to-hand combat, then flexes his bulging biceps as proof. Apparently, he only carries around a sword to look like an adventurer. In that moment, you realize something. While his passion for being an adventurer is true, he is dumber than a sack of rocks. The words "birds of a feather flock together" run through your mind, but you quickly chase them away, afraid of what that means for you.
Is it the harbor? Sure. The harbor for a spry fish.
He has been fishing for several days, having decided not to return home empty-handed. He hopes his wife and child back in Shoreland are well. Lately, a monstrous roar has been disturbing the seas and scaring away all the fish. He sighs, lamenting that his catches have been poor as a result. The woman says she has been waiting here for days, worried about her husband, who has yet to return.
You fulfill the necessary requirements and unlock the Muscle Maiden's flipside story. Muscle Maiden. Does what? I really want to be cute and stylish, sure, but I really want to live happily ever after. Visions of a ring with a big old diamond on it dances in my dreams. Nobody gave me that ring, so you know what I did? Well, just look at these muscles. Aren't they cute? They shine brighter than any diamond. Nice. Ill chap.
A rough-tempered piscator stands there, having just returned from fishing. Mars' fate rests upon this man's haul.
Yes, the Prescator. You boys catch anything lately?
Terrible, he says, showing you the few fish he's caught. Inside you see a spry fish, Bruno shouts. You ask him if you can have the spry fish, but he says he won't give it up for free.
How much? Come on, you schmuck.
When you ask how much it will cost, he gives the absurd price of 1,000,000 gold pieces. You're heartless, Ridis pouts. The man is enraged by the rude response. Just then, Bruno prances forth and shouts, "Stop right there! Your fisherman muscles are simply sublime," he exclaims. He challenges the man to a competition of muscles with the spry fish as the prize. The piscator seems interested and agrees on one condition. If you lose, you must become my servant. This one's all yours, Melanie says, patting you on the shoulder. Then let the carnival of might and muscles begin, Bruno roars, completely fired up. Your puny body is no match for mine, the piscator shouts back, throwing a punch.
Entering combat. Yeah. Cool. Sure.
You're doing great.
Cool.
A battle of beefiness.
Really glad I got the armor for him before coming into this. I would nothing.
His victory sealed, Bruno strikes a glorious pose and shouts out, "Witness the power of power." Defeated, the piscator hands over the spry fish to Bruno. Bruno extends a hand to the piscator, who has fallen to his knees. With a serene smile, he takes the offered hand. An unspoken friendship begins to form between the two, or at least You hope that's what the prolonged silence between them means.
Obtain the sprite fish, commonly found in the waters of shoreland. It looks hardly appetizing. So this is for sprite fish back. I want to check the bear and harbor again.
I didn't stand a chance against you, the Piscator admits, gazing adoringly at Bruno.
For the necessary requirements unlocked Pescator's back flipside story.
As you near the boat, one of the crew shouts that you're in the way. You decide it may be best to keep your distance from the vessel.
I guess. Alright, Pescator's flipside story. The seaman prides himself on his strength and claims none of his village can best him. He trains every day in the hopes of becoming what he calls the ultimate man. His training regimen is diverse, comprising many crafts, cooking, singing, gardening, fortune telling, and calligraphy. Strength training. Is that anything about that?
With the spry fish in hand, you head back towards Oreo's clinic. Bruno looks at your group sadly, reluctant for this little adventure to end. She laments that she may not have the money to buy more.
Unfortunate.
You hand the fish to Oreo and ask him to make you the supplement. "Give me a moment," he says, then takes the fish and heads into the back.
One hour later.
"It's ready," he says, emerging from his room and handing you a bottle.
Energy concentrates. Wired. Oreo's handmade supplement is nutritious and flushes out monster poison.
You hope this will get Mar back on his feet. You need to get back to Unionville on the double. But before that...
What do you think, Bruno? Well, take care. Words aren't necessary.
You wordlessly extend a hand to Bruno. Bruno takes your hand and gives it a firm shake. You can feel the bones in your hands splintering. You just hope Bruno has enough self-restraint not to shatter them completely.
You took 2 damage.
You make a mental note never to shake hands with him again, then turn to leave. But Bruno stops you and says he wants to journey with you just a little longer. But Oreo is quick to douse the flames of his desire. You will stay here and study, he commands. "Then you leave me no choice." Bruno's expression reads as he raises both hands behind his head and squats at hyper speed. "I want to show this power to the world," Bruno proclaims to his father. "You have much to learn, my son," Oreo retorts as he starts sidestepping at breakneck speed. Only the sound of their labored breathing and bodies moving resonates through the otherwise silent room. You can only look on in stunned silence at the enigmatic display.
30 minutes later.
Bruno falls to his knees, panting. "This is my limit." "You have grown, my son," Oreo says, looking no worse for wear. "So are you coming with us or not?" Melanie interjects, ever the blunt one. "Only our muscles know the answer," comes Bruno's cryptic reply. "I don't get it," Ridis remarks frankly. On the condition that he study nutrition upon his return, Bruno is allowed to go with you for just a little while longer. You realize that these two have a very special way of talking, that no one else can understand.
You wait to Union Vale to give Mars some energy concentrates. Let's go. Yeah, we'll take the carriage, why not? It'll be our first time.
Hearing yet another roar in the distance, you realize you need to get the supplement to Mar so you can investigate the sound together.
We're at Unionville. And meet Mar.
Thou found the antidote? Lappy asks quietly to avoid waking Mar. You nod, then turn to Mar. You help Mar sit up. Drink this, Mar, you say to him gently. He weakly opens his mouth, and you slowly pour the energy concentrate inside. Mar abruptly bolts up and turns his head toward you with a puzzled look. It looks like Mar is all better now.
Bear hug, squeal with joy.
You give Mar a tight hug. Mar mews softly in discomfort. Overcome with joy, you sob and stroke Mar's head. Melanie and Ridis watch you too with a smile. Bruno is deeply moved to see nutrition bringing a smile to others.
Hooray, Mars rejoined.
With this, you can finally put the happenings of that strange village behind you. You decide to take Bruno back to Shoreland, then continue your search for the dragon.
You burn to his home in Shoreland. Sure. Womp womp. I'll drink it.
Everything in view is suffused with a soft light, and it is magnificent. Everyone looks so lovely. You have to tell everyone how wonderful it is just to be alive. The reverie slowly fades. How long were you smitten? You can't say for sure. But everyone has taken a step or three back, and they all look deeply worried. After a long silence, the doctor of sorts speaks. I must confess, I had no idea it would have such a profound effect on one's character, he says in quiet disbelief. Be that as it may, he seems pleased to have seen any effect at all. He hands you a gift for the trouble and walks off in high spirits.
Ooh. Here.
You arrive at Bruno's house. Though he seems to want to adventure a little more, he reluctantly enters his house. You ask Oreo if he knows anything about the monster behind that mighty roar. He says that the creature nests atop a tower not far from town. With that, your next destination is decided. Here, you will part ways with these two, but you owe a great deal to the nutritionist and his son. Bruno looks at you, his eyes begging you to let him come along. What will you say?
Let's take down the dragon and farewell for you until we meet again. Fine.
Let us defeat the dragon together, you say to him. You are sure his power and knowledge will come in handy against the beast. And you realize with a grin, he will be so happy just to come along that he will not want a share of the reward. Bruno is happy he can continue the journey, but Oreo stops him before he can get carried away. You must stay here and study, Oreo says. Bruno explains that the journey thus far has taught him the splendor of nutrition, and he now wishes to travel the world to deepen his knowledge. After hearing his son out, Oreo suddenly removes his glasses. And in the blink of an eye, the flesh of Bruno's cheeks, pectorals, and abdomen recess. And Bruno is lifted off his feet with a dull roar. Your eyes go wide at Oreo's assault, which was too fast for your eyes to catch. Knowledge of nutrition can help save lives, but also strike down enemies, Oreo says softly. Wow, nutrition is incredible, Ridis marvels, not putting too much thought into the events before her. Knowledge is the true power. You tremble, never wanting to make an enemy of Oreo. Though Oreo still deems his son's knowledge insufficient, he tells him to travel the world and surpass him someday. Thank you, Father, Bruno says from the ground, moved to tears by the strength of Oreo's knowledge. So it comes to pass that you journey to the tower with Bruno to find the roaring beast.
We joined the dragon hunting party.
Yet another colorful character.
Boo. Here's to the tower stands southwest of the shoreland. Its shoreland, a strapping father and son dedicate themselves to nutrition. The father suppresses his son's, claiming knowledge is power. The son resists, claiming power is power. With the aid of both, their exhausted comrade springs back to life. To learn important information from the father, the party had to pass to the opposing tower near the shore, northwest near. Find the source of roar that shakes the land. What they should find there at the Dragon's Tower. There's the tower stands southwest of Shoreland. Unnecessary requirements unlocked. Oreo's website story. Oreo says, Oreo develops various supplements at his nutrition clinic in Shoreland, a few of which he even gave to the royal family in lieu of taxes once. Or so he claims. I'll tell you, men keep nutritional secrets to avoid disclosing his formula, but he'll note it's nothing like the Ivory Order's medicine, whereas though that boogers are involved. Ugh. We just got the level up. More HP, more speed. Musty Tower, yeah.
We have finally arrived at the Tower of Legend. Is everyone ready? You ask with a posed look. Bruno is the first to respond. But this is just an old lighthouse, he remarks, oblivious to your sudden embarrassment. Ridis snorts to herself, seeing you red in the face from jumping to conclusions.
Ooh. Ow. Huh, doesn't resist fire. Left.
It appears this sturdy door has a magic seal on it. Unfortunately, it is out of her realm of expertise. Ridis rolls up her sleeves and shouts, "Open Sesame!" You swear you have heard these words somewhere before. You all watch in silence as the door stays shut. You snort to yourself, seeing Ridis red in the face.
How'd you get in? Flame Thunderstaff. H. Bruno. Does Bruno know?
Bruno exhales deeply, then places both hands on the door. He pushes with all his might, his breath labored, chest heaving, sweat dribbling. And it opens. It seems the magic seal could not protect the door from the physical might of your most stalwart companion. This is the power of power, Bruno pants, but you promptly ignore him and enter the tower.
Alone up in the door. On the tower in search of the dragon. Holes are not there. Great. Okay. Hey, level up, get more health. Hey, level up, get more health and defense. And double proof decreases fire and water damage by 5. That's what I needed. Well, that's nice. Cool. Bruno leveled up, now level 10. Great. He's the lowest level out of everyone. HP up, defense up. Invincible, gain immunity to attack down, defense down. Nah. Not yet. Until we discovered the floor. Mar gets a huge level up. Ooh, nowhere though. Unnecessary requirements unlocked the Wraith Wolf's enemy story. Wraith Wolf's enemy story. Monsters. Wraith Wolves. These demonic wolf spirits travel in packs the same way living wolves do, though mysteries abound. Chief among them, why these creatures have no heads? When crossing into the spirit realm, Wraith Wolves allow their packmates to slash their necks, prove that they shall never be tamed by loathsome humans. Ah. Clever. Real levels up, HP up, attack up, good. Speed up, needs it. Nothing? Fortunate. Yeah, second floor. Ooh. Got itself. Nice. Ooh, alright, Skelly Bones. Eulogy restores 10 HP to all allies. Ooh. Alright. 1,000 gold. Leveled up. Ooh, lots of stats up. Good. Heal Plus restores 30 HP to target. Sick. Honey levels up. She gets her health back, thank God. Darkness deals 15 dark damage. Is that a flat 15? It's a flat 15, huh? I'm trying to think, I kind of like all of her stuff except for charge spell. Get rid of Lightning Strike. Do Heal Plus. Curse Stray Ring. Protects against curse.
Your footing suddenly crumbles. With no way of saving yourselves, you fall downward. Once more from the bottom.
Rough. Oh, it's supposed to... That's mean. Good guy.
Foolish humans. Did you come here to consign the drops of salvation to oblivion? The monster asks. It sounds like he is saying something important, but you do not understand it in the slightest.
Curtis, Bruno, Melanie. Probably Melanie.
Melanie is so absorbed in thinking about the creature's words, she cannot hear you calling her.
Bruno.
Bruno is admiring his own muscles gleaming in the torchlight. You have made a poor choice. While everyone is distracted, the monster attacks.
Oof. The only time we're charging would be good. Pick not what I want.
That was lucky.
Right. I leveled up. Blobber, 25 flat damage. Might actually be better for Mar. I know he's got that double roll for body slam. If he just does straight up 25. The only issue is the gem count needs to be higher. Sending them to the Shadow Realm. What the hell?
Excellent.
Alright, Spinning Ray. We go oof. Oof owie their bones.
Congrats.
Nice. Good level up for Bruno. Regener particularly restores 5 HP to target for 3 turns.
You lose your footing. You stumble, falling headlong downward. 3rd time's the charm.
Ah. Interesting. Build the necessary requirements to unlock the Skull Knight's enemy story. Skull Knights. Even in death, these warriors swear featly to their empire, clinging to their swords and shields, wandering in endless pursuit of their missing monarch. Know now that their ruler has perished, tormented by inconsolable grief. They have turned to an afterlife of crime. None remain who knew these once proud souls. I was wondering if whether or not we got the regular skeletons. I'm like, oh yeah, we did. This was the sad love story.
Something glimmers on the floor. Melanie suggests it might be money. You are instantly upon the shining object, picking it up. Melanie asks why you have such a fixation with money. We were poor, so you begin. Then remember being serious isn't in your character. Leaving your past a mystery, you quickly throw aside the shiny piece of glass and move on.
Good to know for the dogs. Leveled up. Fill the necessary requirements and unlocked Harpy's enemy story. Monsters. Harpy. Nary a soul has ever made eyes on a male harpy, but they confine themselves to the nest and raise the young, while the females are off hunting. Butchers leave many a male harpy's corpse in their wake in pursuit of baby harpy down, which commands a high price in illicit markets. Unfortunate. Our level up. Fireproof decreases fire damage by 5.
The ground collapses beneath your feet. You fall together with the rubble. It seems like you can return to the floor you were just on, but only once. What will you do? You are assailed with a sudden dizzy spell and feel your consciousness fading. You realize that you're back at the entrance of the floor. That dreadful falling feeling in the pit of your stomach must have been your imagination.
Now there's a hole. Treasure found. Nubstray ring. Alright. Oh. 16 defense, huh? Bruh. A fast turtle. Ow.
You did great.
Bruno gets to level up.
Let's do this.
No. That guy. Nice. Ooh, that's a nice first level up for every stat. Magical key. This uses key to open closed doors. It's simple, really. Build the necessary requirements to unlock the Lizard Warrior's enemy story. Lizard Warrior. On page 4. Lizard Warriors are battle-hardened creatures who thrill at the thought of fighting a powerful foe, nigh unshakable when armed. The warriors shuffle home, their legs and hearts heavy in anticipation of the unwinnable domestic battles beyond the front door. Oof. Got a sick design.
You savages no mercy. The dragon's heart and body have already been reduced to naught, it says. It sounds like he is saying something profound, but you do not understand it in the slightest.
Who has to interpret? Melanie.
Melanie considers the words, but cannot seem to concentrate, with the oppressive heat radiating from Bruno's sweltering pose.
Here it is.
Realizing the creature's words are beyond her comprehension, Ridis gives up on thinking and yawns loudly. You feel your eye twitch, realizing that your comrades may be the death of you. While everyone is distracted, the monster attacks.
About 1500 health.
Rout the enemy.
Ooh. Resist ice. Creatures resistant to certain elements will not be affected by those ailments, regardless of what you roll.
I was lucky.
Everyone gets lucky. Hooray! That's a lot of experience and a lot of gold. Hey, I leveled up. Only 2. She learns light proof. Decreases light damage by 5. Our level is up. Bruno levels up.
Though the battle is over, you cannot stop thinking about what those monsters were saying. Come on, we have to defeat that dragon, Melanie says assuredly. Why are you so obsessed with defeating the dragon? You ask her. She explains that her mother was killed by the dragon. She did not say any more, but her hatred for the beast was clear in her eyes. You hear the roar again. It seems to be coming from the upper levels.
You?
Mar mews, as if in response to the creature's growl. Enamored by the adorable noise, you pet Mar on the head. You're obsessed, Melanie remarks snidely, but looks at you two as if wanting to pet Mar too. It sounds like the roaring beast is close.
Either climb the tower and search the Durgan. Oh no, my controller. Let's get another one.
Congrats.
Just level up. Crystal arrows deal water damage, inflicts freeze if roll is 4 or greater. Okay. Fulfill the necessary requirements and unlock the Iron Tortoise's enemy story. Long have the Iron Tortoise hid within their shells tethered to the earth. Now, transformed at last, they can take to the skies with the wings they have acquired. Alas, wings have not brought them courage. They still retreat into their shells when in danger. So rare is their flight that anyone who sees it is said to have good luck for life. Nice.